Hi, Deepa Rani Shekhar from Transform Life Programs. Love and light. What shapes your future, friends? Is it the education we receive? Is it the legacy we receive from our parents? The money that is written to us? The property that is bequeathed to us? What actually determines our future? Okay, let me take you through a story. There was this young man who was at a temple. All that he had to do was ring the bell at the time the puja happened. The priest would give him a signal and this man rang the bell as the arati took place. That was his job. Simple. Does he need anything more? No. And this man one day was called to the office of the temple, and the person who was in charge said, we are actually revamping and modernizing a lot of things. And the man said, very good sir, happy. And he said, you have to learn to send emails and read emails. And the man said, I can hardly read, and where can I read emails? But the man at authority said, it's orders from the higher ups. I can't help it. Either you learn email, or I'll be left with no choice but to sack you off your job. The man thought, he felt he cannot force himself to learn something which is not his strength. So he said, okay, let me see something, and he walked out of the temple, collecting his dues. But he was very sad because that was how he won his bread. Okay, so he just kept walking down the temple street, and the temple street ran up to 2 kilometers. He was very upset and he wanted to drink a cup of tea. He noticed that through the entire stretch of 2 kilometers, there was not one tea shop. And he remembered when he went down his memory, on the other side, the 3 kilometers on the other side of the temple also, there were no tea shops. There was no tea available. And he thought people come from far and wide to this famous temple. And how many of them would want tea like I want today? And he decided, I will do something about this. The next day, he borrowed a bicycle from a friend, borrowed a kettle from somebody, bought some paper cups, and started vending tea around the temple. And then he grew by leaps and bounds. And then he bought his own bicycle, bought his own huge thermos, and started vending tea, and along with tea, coffee, and a little biscuits, and a little snacks and stuff like that. And then eventually he rented out a small shop near the temple and started an eatery. And that went well, and by 3 to 4 years he bought a proper hotel and became a hotelier. And he did so well, by the end of 10 years he had a chain of hotels. And he was invited to receive an award for excellent in opening and maintaining the chain of hotels. When he went there, the person who was hosting this award function said, sir, hope you got our email regarding this. He said, no, your secretary called me, that's why I'm here. I don't know about the email because I cannot read emails. I do not know. I don't know to read. And the award function committee said, oh my God, had you known to read and write, had you known emails, without all that you have achieved so much, you have built such an empire in hotel industry. Had you known all that, where would you have been now? The man smiled and said, I would be still ringing the bell at the temple. Friends, is there a message? It's not about your education, it's about your attitude. How you explore possibilities is what shapes your future. It's not your degrees. Okay. So, what do you do after your school hours or office hours? Let's say your office, school or college is from 9 to 5 or 6. What do you do after that? Do you just log on to social media, just watch television, just sit doing nothing, just laze around and eat and sleep? Just go on with your household routine work and retire for the night? Is that what you do? And do you think all that happens about your future, all that you have to do happens in the 9 to 5 or 6 of your official hours? Sorry friends, it doesn't happen that way. That is just what happens to everybody. If you have to move forward, if you have to leap forward rather than move, you have to leap forward, you have to cultivate yourself. And you cultivate yourself after your official hours, not during your official hours. Because during your official hours, you have projects, targets, whatever is given by your company, right? So you cultivate yourself after your work hours, official hours. So what can you do to cultivate yourself? What is this cultivating yourself? Mostly instead of cultivating ourselves, we deactivate and deviate ourselves. And then keep cribbing, life is not happening for me. My career is not taking off. So the very simple thing is, however tired you are, make it a habit to read for half an hour or more. If you can, more better. Choose a topic, keep reading about it. There is immense material even available free on the internet. Read as much as you can, buy books, buy ebooks, read, make notes of it and become thorough in that. And then do something which excites you, what interests you. It could be gardening, it could be painting, it could be playing, it could be anything. Something which is productive, something which makes your body feel good and light. Move your body, especially if you are in sedentary jobs like banks, IT companies. Move your bodies. Bodies like to be moved. Stretch and do something with your bodies. And do you feel my company is not giving me the opportunity to grow? Create your own possibilities. Look for possibilities. See what interests you and see how you can sell yourself. This will be a complementary income to you if you're doing that, or it will be a complementary skill which gives you the edge over others. And build support groups. If not for money, do it for free. Build support groups. If you're good at teaching, build support groups and give, maybe even once a week is good enough. Even once a week, give a free hour of some coaching, some lessons, some tips to students. If you are good at cooking, give some cookery, something, upload it on YouTube, do something, whatever makes you happy. Okay. And these support groups might somewhere invite you. Somebody might notice you. They might give you that breakthrough you have been looking for, the platform for you to take off. But are you ready to even showcase yourself? Are you ready to create your own possibilities? Create teams to work with. Find out people who needs your help. What is that you have to offer? Who is willing to receive it? Maybe initially you have to give it for free. That's okay. Empathize with people who want to learn, they're not able to learn. Teach, impart the skill you're best at. While imparting skills, you actually hone your skills. Do that. And as you do this, use your social network not to just chat, keep forwarding messages, keep sending the ready messages. Instead, start building your network. Okay, that's the best way to use social media. Build your network and build your net worth. If you build your network, you're building your net worth. So, and then see how your career is going to take off. And then see as a student how you will be presenting your profile to your employer. Just see the confidence you're going to exude. As a student, you are something. When you do all these things mentioned, you build your personality. And when you mention it and when you show that you've really done it, you are on a different scale. So Do you want to deactivate and deviate, or do you want to cultivate? And remember friends, this activity of cultivating yourself happens after the work hours, after the official work hours. And this is what gives you the edge, and you have to run the extra mile if you have to make it big in your future. Hope this made some sense. Even if one viewer is motivated, my talk is worth it, is how I would rather look at it. So thank you for joining me, Deepa Rani Shekhar from Transform Life Programs, Love and Light.